Good afternoon and welcome back to the Mid-Afternoon Show.
This past week, school officials observed a rapid increase of the amount of devious licks, from phone caddies to projector remotes to random items just going missing.
For those not so trendy audience members, the Urban Dictionary defines devious licks as, dude, check out what I just stole from Mr. Sweetser's classroom.
Since when do we get school pranks off the internet, guys? Come on, we're better than that.
We collected a little data to provide some insight on the current devious lick situation.
Surprisingly, 100% of the teachers are against devious licks.
Wow, seems like the students are pretty divided on this one. Looks like 100% of students are in favor of devious licks.
Administrators are encouraging students to begin reversing the damage done with some angelic yields.
Now time for our first guest. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Scot with 1T Anderson.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today, Mr. Anderson.
I didn't know I had a choice. But,
Okay, how was your first year at Sydney High School going so far?
well, I've only been here for 3 months, but it's been pretty good so far. No complaints.
Where were you prior to Sydney?
I student taught at Palmyra High School, which is about 20 minutes outside of Lincoln, Nebraska. And that's where I went to school to, University of Nebraska.
Sweet.
You are also a football coach. How's that going?
Good.
Right. Word on the street is that you were a bouncer in college. Is this correct?
Yes, briefly I did work as a bouncer. Yes, briefly.
So is there a certain trait that you have which helps in both being a teacher and a bouncer?
Well, I don't know, patience, yeah.
I see.
I think kids and people that attend Lincoln bars are sometimes the same.
There was quite the uproar among the freshmen when you cut your hair. Here's a graph showing your current haircut approval rating. Looks like 75% disapprove and 25% approve. It is worth noting that only 4 people were interviewed. Is there anything you'd like to say to the haters out there?
Well, I did hear from a Mr. Cooper Jobman that I looked homeless prior to cutting my hair, so I think it was a plus.
I see.
Yeah.
Before we go, the Mid-Afternoon Show recently received a letter from one of your students.
So, it says, Mr. Anderson, you're a great teacher. We are glad to have you at our school. We are a great member to our football team and a great coach with Mr. Eckert and all the other coaches that help. You always laugh at our jokes, but help us stay on task. How do you bond so well with your students?
I don't know. I just have the gift, I guess.
I see. Well, thank you for joining us, and good luck with those underclassmen.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, please welcome our next guest, Treyson Johnstone. Yes, pleasure. Thank you for coming to the show, Treyson.
Happy to be here.
So, a big week in politics. Is that correct, Mr. Johnstone?
Yeah, it's been very stressful.
I see. What office are you running for?
I'm running for the treasurer of the Science Club.
A recent study just came out that says 1 in 3 people are treasurers who embezzle funds. I know I'm not one of those people.
I know I'm not one of those people.
Are you serious? Really? How dare you?
Hey, calm yourself. This is a professional show. Please, show some maturity.
Doesn't seem like it.
All right, well, I think it's time to move on to our final guest, Mr. Tyler Shaw.
Nice to have you here today. How are you doing?
Great, how are you?
I'm good.
Well, I think we all knew it was coming, and I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask. But what are your thoughts on your resemblance to the popular Outer Banks character, Ward Cameron? I mean, looky there, he's even got glasses just like you.
I knew this was gonna come up. And I'm not proud of it, but Ward Cameron is actually my second cousin
I see.
on my mom's
Wow.
side.
What
Yeah.
a stunning revelation here.
And I've tried to keep it quiet for as long as I can. And you know, it just got out there. It started a little bit at the school, carried over to other communities,
Yeah.
golf teams bringing it up, and you know,
I see. see.
I can't hide it. His popularity and just everything that he's got going on is,
Yeah,
it's awful. He's an awful human.
I know.
He's an awful human.
Well, on a side note, why is Chem 2 so much harder than physics this year?
Chem 2. Because it's chemistry 2 and it's physics 1.
I see. That makes sense.
That's, yeah,
Okay.
I think that's kind of the main idea with that.
How is your first year of golfing or coaching golf going?
Fantastic. Had some great people on the team with some great attitudes at times. Not a frustrating sport at all, golf. Oh wait, yes it is.
Yeah.
It's a little frustrating at times, but
Yes.
I'm really proud of how the team did this year and how much everybody improved and how we were able to take so many first timers and do well at some of our tournaments. So
It was good. I'm looking forward to state.
yeah, that'll be fun. It should be a good time.
Awesome. Well, after districts, many people were surprised to find out that yes, golf is a sport. And not only that, but we actually
Shots
have a golf team. What do you have to say to that?
Well, I'm happy that we're getting the word out there, and I think we had 3 girls out for golf last year, and 7 this year. So hopefully we have more out there, and I'm just happy that people have heard of it.
Awesome.
So that's good.
Well, thank you for joining us, Mr.
Yes,
Scott.
thank you.
Leave John be alone, Ward.
Well, thank you, Sydney High School, and as always, have a great mid-afternoon.